I think we're coming back. Looks like my internet briefly died. Are we reconnecting? Looks like we're reconnecting. Possibly. Are you back up? Okay, we're back. Something blipped. The internet blipped for a second there. Not sure what. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Because, yeah, if the weapons and stuff don't get heavier, per se. Well, actually, hold on. Let me investigate this a little bit further. There's one thing. So, if we go to here, this is the frame. Its weight is... yep. It is a bit heavier. Not substantially heavier, but a little bit. So if you wanted to equip all the heavy stuff again, or most of it, you would have to increase your carry capacity. Okay, good to know. Well, I was gonna raid out and stuff like that, but then my internet died briefly, so that kind of puts a kibosh on that. Unfortunately. But, let's head back to the menu. I'm gonna investigate one or two things here real quick. In the Lies of P New Game Plus, new game, you retain your play stats, level skills, blah blah blah, equip amulets, customs, weapons, and upgrades. You'll find upgraded versions of certain defensive parts, like the amulet, according to the videos on YouTube. The game also offers a chance to explore more of the story and character dialogue, given a second look at previous elements. New content. With the core story remaining the same, New Game Plus can offer a slightly different experience with potential more challenging bosses, encounters as you progress through New Game Plus cycles according to video review. Optional challenges. New Game can also be a great way to explore the game in greater detail, finding previously missed collectibles and letters, documents, increase difficulty. In New Game, enemies and particularly bosses will have more health and potentially stronger attacks. Okay. But is there more music? Like, there's all this music stuff. What carries over in the New Game Plus? All that. What doesn't carry over? We saw that already. Does the world reset in New Game Plus? This means you have to start from the beginning. Can I respec and upgrade New Plus? Blah, blah, blah. Game changes in New Game. At the beginning, after he awakens, and before you open the train doors, the Krat station, the work table will change to Geppetto's tools. You can switch, blah, blah, blah. And actually, the organ, yada, yada, yada. There's options: choose starting class, selecting a combat member. Other changes in the New Game Plus. While we'll be listing down the following changes that take place when you start New Game Plus. P requires more ergo from killing enemies and bosses. Additional phases unlock in the P organ, increased health and damage inflicted by regular enemies and bosses. Upgrade of +1 versions for certain equipment. Items, for example, defensive parts, amulets, and more, now drop from enemies found in loot chest and available merchant inventory. At the beginning section, when P awakens, you'll have options to go to the P organ. Total of quartz. The work desk at the end of the train bar when you initially choose combat memory. Okay, is there anything else? List of all Lies of P all new Game Plus records. Upon starting New Game Plus cycle, there will be additional records that unlock in New Game Plus. Additionally, some +1 variations of equipment materials also become available. If you're looking for guides, got it. Okay. This record can be potentially missed during the initial playthrough. The record is added in the section since you'll need to run New Game Plus cycle to obtain this if you first. So there's gold versions of those. Proposal Flower Wolf Part 1. Proposal Flower Wolf Part 1 golden. What makes it golden? There's certain items that are improved. Why is it gold? There's a collectible item, Lies of P. Fascination Golden is a record collectible item players can find through the city of Krat. Collectible items in categories such as blah blah blah. This record is only obtainable in New Game Plus. This record can be obtained by speaking to the test subject 826. Players will need to reach the Abbey. Beans down, elevator down past the traps, yada yada yada. Speaking to them will gain the happy gesture. Continue to defeat bosses. Blah blah blah. You choose to return to the Rosemary Stargazer. Had to get purchase from. Okay, but it's like the same song, but. I guess it's so that you gain. Oh, okay. Maybe I think I see how this might work. This record can be purchased from the wandering merchant at the abandoned apartment. So some of these are all purchased ones, not the ones that you get from. Okay, because I do remember there was a decent amount that you could just buy, and then there's other ones that you get via quests. But it seems like these are separate, so I don't know why. Look this up. Point of the gold. Is there a major difference between regular records? There's a specific type of record called golden records, which is essentially essential for obtaining the golden lie weapon. To unlock this weapon, you need to find and return a portrait of a boy, Geppetto, and listen to all the records you've collected. Oh, so that the nose thing wasn't about me lying. It was just I didn't do enough of the records. Oh. Well, I feel a bit dumb. Interesting. I didn't realize that. Okay. I guess that's it then. I guess that's all the bits. That's all the bobs. So yeah, okay. So there's music, but it's just to get like a, I don't know, shiny version of the weapon that you might get from doing all that. Interesting. So you're telling me if I hadn't fucked up those two quests and gotten all of the music, that I would have gotten a special weapon. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well then, that answers my question. I can now listen to the entire Liza P album without too much fear. Okay. Well, I think we'll wrap it up there. I didn't think that the end of the game would take us to about 3 hours or so. I thought I might have to bob up another game, but I feel like this was pretty well-rounded experience. So, let me see here. Please switch this back over here. Okay. Well, I think that's going to be it for us this evening. But thank you, everyone, for coming by and checking out the stream. We had quite the view party going on there towards the end, which I do very much appreciate. I will definitely check out the future releases of this game when they release the prequel, which I don't think is that far away. I thought they were already showing trailers of it, and so we'll see how quickly they release that. But it seems like there's going to be a pre-story, and then there's almost definitely going to be a sequel. Whether or not we're still playing as ourselves or a different protagonist, I don't know. I think that Souls-like games so very rarely have the same protagonist. I think the only one is, what was it, Neo? I haven't played Neo, but I know there's a Neo 2, and I'm suspecting you play as the same protagonist. But, like, you know, things like Dark Souls and that sort of stuff, you never play as the same protagonist or anything like that. The story's not that way. So it'd be kind of cool to have a bit of a through line and actually play as the same character in a Souls-like game. That's not a common thing, you know? So, yeah, we'll be sure to check that out. And if people want me to stream it, by all means, I'll do that shit. So, thanks everybody for coming by and checking out the stream. I do appreciate it very much. I hope you guys have a good rest of your evenings, a good start to your week. Like I said, I will be away part of next week, so there's not going to be a Monday or Friday stream. I will be back likely for Sunday, Monday. And so long as there's not like a pile of work waiting for me and I have to do a bunch of shit, I will likely be streaming those evenings. If you have a recommendation for what you'd like me to stream, since we just finished Liza P, let me know, because we'll probably be starting something fresh. So, yeah. If you want to see me continue the Chrono Cross? Yes. Radical Dreamers Edition? Then let me know. Otherwise, we can move on to something else. I know if people want to watch like some Ghost of Tsushima or Tsushima, however it is pronounced, or something else, but we'll see. Maybe we'll do something easier than a Souls-like game. I've been playing a lot of Souls-like games, and while they're fun, you do want to like pace yourself on these types of games. Well, I gotta say, of Souls-like games, I don't know how high I would, you know, put the oh my god difficulty. I feel like this was very manageable. I'm not gonna say it was easy, but by some Souls-like standards, I was like, this didn't feel insane. Maybe my skill has increased. We can hope, we can dream that it's like, oh no, I'm just a better gamer now. It wasn't that it was. I seem to remember a lot of like big fuck off monsters in Dark Souls being like, how do I even hit you? I don't know. Maybe the mediums were finding a little bit as well, in that some of the tools they give you, the loadouts are becoming a little clearer. Anyways, so yes, that'll be us next week. Otherwise, there's gonna be more edits coming out this Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. We're definitely having stuff coming out on Tuesday, Thursday. I will see about the weekend. We might have like a slightly off week for the edits, as I will be away for some of the days that I would be normally editing, but we'll see. We're kind of playing it by ear a little bit. But when they do go up, it'll be over on Twitter, Discord, and YouTube. You can check that out. All the links are in the descriptions below. And with that, we're gonna head off for the evening. So thanks everybody so much for coming by checking out the stream. I do appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good rest of your nights. You know, happy Mother's Day again. We celebrated by saving the world? Question mark. Yeah. So, we'll try and save the world again next week, I guess, or just run a tavern or something. Who knows? But yeah, thanks everybody, and I will see all of you in Krat, I guess. It's a new day for Krat. I wonder how many people are still alive. Peace out.